It's week 41 of A Year of Wisdom. Let's get to reading. Day 281. Job 8. Bildad the Shuhi spoke next. How long will you go on talking like this? What you are saying is raging wind. Does God distort judgment? Does Shaddai pervert justice? If your children sinned against him, he left them to be victims of their own offense. If you will earnestly seek God and plead for Shaddai's favor, if you are pure and upright, then he will rouse himself for you and fulfill your needs. Then, although your beginnings were small, your future will be very great indeed. Ask the older generation and consider what their ancestors found out. For we who were born yesterday know nothing. Our days on earth are but a shadow. They will teach you, they will tell you, they will say what is in their hearts. Can papyrus grow except in a marsh? Can swamp grass flourish without water? While still green before being cut down, it dries up faster than any other plant. Such are the paths of all who forget God. The hope of a hypocrite will perish. His confidence is mere gossamer. His trust a spider's web. He can lean on his house, but it won't stand. He can hold on to it, but it won't last. For its destruction will come. Like the lush growth of a plant in the sun, its shoots may spread out all over its garden, but meanwhile its roots cause the stone house to collapse as it seizes hold of the rocks. Someone who tears it away from its place denies he's ever seen it. Yes, this is the joy of the way of the godless, and out of the dust will spring up others like him. Look, God will not reject a blameless man, nor will he uphold wrongdoers. He will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. Those who hate you will be clothed with shame, and the tent of the wicked will cease to exist. Proverbs or Mishlei 8. Wisdom is calling. Understanding is raising her voice. On the heights along the road where the paths meet, she's standing. By the gates leading into the city, at the entrances, she cries aloud. People, I'm calling you, raising my voice to all mankind. You who don't direct your lives understand caution. As for you, you fools, get some common sense. Listen, I will say worthwhile things. My mouth says what is true, because my lips detest evil. All the words from my mouth are righteous. Nothing false or crooked is in them. They are all clear to those who understand and straightforward to those who gain knowledge. Receive my instruction rather than silver, knowledge rather than the finest gold. For wisdom is better than pearls. Nothing you want can compare with her. I, wisdom, live together with caution. I attain knowledge and discretion. The fear of Adonai is hatred of evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil ways and duplicitous speech. Good advice is mine and common sense. I am insight, power is mine. By me kings reign and princes make just laws. By me princes govern, nobles too, and all the earth's rulers. I love those who love me, and those who seek me will find me. Riches and honor are with me, lasting wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, fine gold. My produce better than the finest silver. I follow the course of righteousness along the paths of justice to endow with wealth those who love me and fill their treasuries. Adonai made me as the beginning of his way, the first of his ancient works. I was appointed before the world, before the start, before the earth's beginnings. When I was brought forth, there were no ocean depths, no springs brimming with the water. I was brought forth before the hills, before the mountains had settled in place. He had not yet made earth, the fields, or even the earth's first grains of dust. When he established the heavens, I was there. When he drew the horizons circle on the deep, when he set the skies above in place, when the fountains of the deep poured forth, when he prescribed boundaries for the sea, so that its water would not transgress his command. When he marked out the foundations of the earth, I was with him as someone he could trust. For me, every day was pure delight, as I played in his presence all the time, playing everywhere on his earth and delighting to be with humankind. Therefore, children, listen to me. Happy are those who keep my ways. Hear instruction and grow wise. Do not refuse it. How happy the person who listens to me, who watches daily at my gates and waits outside my doors. For he who finds me finds life and obtains the favor of Adonai. But he who misses me harms himself. All who hate me love death. Ecclesiastes, or Kohelet 8. Who can be compared with a wise person? Who else knows what a thing means? Wisdom lights up the face and softens a grim appearance. Keep the king's command because of the oath before God. Don't be quick to leave his presence, and don't persist in doing what is wrong, for he does whatever he pleases. After all, his word is final. Who can challenge him? Why are you doing that? Whoever obeys his command will never come to harm, and the wise person will know the right time and judgment. For to everything there is a right time and a judgment, since people are greatly troubled by uncertainty over the future. Even when the event takes place, who will tell him about it? Just as no one has the power to keep the wind from blowing, so no one has power over the day of death. If one is drafted to fight a war, one can't send a substitute. Likewise, the wicked won't escape death by their wickedness. All this I have seen as I applied my mind to everything done under the sun when one person tyrannizes another. Thus I saw the wicked buried. They had even come from the holy place, but those who had acted uprightly were forgotten in the city. This too is a futile thing, because the punishment decreed for an act of evil is not promptly carried out. Therefore, people who plan to do evil are strengthened in their intentions. For a sinner can do evil 100 times and still live a long life, although I know that in the end things will go well with those who fear God, because they fear him. But things will not go well with the wicked, and like a shadow, he will not prolong his days because he doesn't fear God. There's something frustrating that occurs on earth, namely that there are righteous people to whom things happen as if they were doing wicked deeds. And again, there are wicked people to whom things happen as if they were doing righteous deeds. I say that this too is pointless. So I recommend enjoyment. A person can do nothing better under the sun than eat, drink, and enjoy himself. This is what should accompany him as he does his work for as long as God gives him to live under the sun. When I applied myself to gain wisdom and to observe how people occupy themselves on earth, that people's eyes don't sleep either by day or night, then, on looking over all of God's work, I realized that it is impossible to grasp all the activity taking place under the sun. Because even if a person works hard at searching it out, he won't grasp it. And even if a wise person thinks he knows it, he still won't be able to grasp it. And as always, thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right there and click the bell if you want to get notifications. And if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button for me too. And I will see you tomorrow.
Carry me out of the storm. I'm standing at the crossroads. I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord. It glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet.